Say hi to my new friend.
Hi guys.
Camila Cabellos, right?
Yes, you are.
And we are boarding for Bali finally. So excited. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ishpreet. If you don't know me, I'm a money and manifestation coach. I teach you how to attract literally anything in life, especially money. And just look at the beach behind me. I have recently moved to Bali. This has been the most amazing experiences of my life. I intended to move to Bali last year and I made it happen in this year, which is absolutely crazy. Also, in this video, I will be sharing with you anything and everything that you need to know before moving to Bali. When I moved, things were still pretty different. They was pretty complicated. Actually, not so much. 1 week before I had to come, things got changed and I had a pretty smooth ride, but for you it's going to be even more easier because now visa on arrival is open and everything. But I'll be sharing with you all that you need to know in order to come here. And so keep watching this video. And by the way, I look like this because it is 9 a.m. It's my first day waking up early and coming to the beach, and beach makes my hair like this. What can I say? And it's literally early in the morning, so I have nothing on my face. But anyway, alright, so like I told you, when I came, there were a lot of different things. So let me take you through my journey of how I came, because this was the longest ever journey for me. I took 3 days to come because I booked my flight tickets back in January. Back then, Bali was not even open, like the airport was not even open, and I had to go via Jakarta. So I booked a flight. No, I first booked a train to Delhi because I had so much luggage. The domestic flight would not let me take so much luggage. So I first went via train to Delhi. I had a flight later in the evening. I reached in the morning. I waited the whole day. And then in the evening, I had my flight to Jakarta. Jakarta. Okay, so here's the thing. When I went to Jakarta, I had to go via Colombo. And I had a 9-hour layover in Colombo. So first I went to Colombo. I think it was a 3-hour or 4-hour flight, if I'm not wrong. I reached Colombo, stayed there 9 hours. Fortunately, there was a lounge, so I just accessed the lounge and barely slept. But the next morning, I flew to Jakarta. Okay, it's getting really sunny here. So I flew to Jakarta, like I said. Once I reached, then I had a flight to Bali. Now, when I reached Jakarta, so much hodgepodge kind of a situation happened. Someone told me that the domestic airport of Bali was like 2 hours away and my flight was at 5 and I was still at the baggage counter thing to receive my luggage at like 3. So I was freaking out, but then I realized that the domestic airport was not that far. I just quickly, instead of going to the shuttle or anything, I just quickly paid the airport taxi, and he dropped me to the domestic airport. Once I went there, I actually met someone who was so sweet. He was my first Indonesian friend. He sort of accompanied me throughout our trip. Till the time that we reached Bali, and he was really sweet. And I'm gonna add a little clip here that will show you as to what did he call me. He changed my name to something. I'm gonna let you see that. Say hi to my new friend.
Hi guys. I'm Camila Cabello's friend. We just
Camila,
met in Bali, in Jakarta.
He's saying I'm Camila Cabellos, right?
Yes, you are.
That's my new name. And we are boarding for Bali finally. It's happening. So he addressed me as Camila Cabello, and I swear a lot of people have told me that. I don't know why. Even on my YouTube, there are so many comments that said that I look like her. I don't know what is so similar about me and her face, but that's what I heard. Let me know if you feel so too. If you feel like I have a resemblance to her face. Even though I don't see it, people keep saying it.
A few months ago, this was just a goal. Not even a few months, last year, this was just a goal that I had. And I knew that I will be able to achieve it against all odds. And today, I am sitting on a flight to Bali. I had to change flights between Jakarta and Bali, and I was about to miss my flight to Bali. So when we landed, it felt like, oof, I am finally here. This is such a dream come true. I cannot believe that I'm actually here. I literally cannot explain it in my words.
Were you waiting here since long?
Not maybe like 15 minutes.
Okay. Alright, so I'm here in Bali and Bayu is here. Yes, he was on time and surprisingly my flight was on time. So a lot of people told me that the flight usually gets late, this one, but it was on time. And I'm here, I cannot believe, I'm so excited. Do you know, I wanted to come here since last year and I manifested it. Yay!
So the first thing I did after landing was to actually grab something to eat. I was so tired, I was so hungry, so we got something here at this cafe called Les Kopikota. Such a cute place, such a cute name, and went home and straight away off to bed.
Moving forward, let me now tell you what is your process to come to Bali and what all do you need to go through. So the best thing as of now is that visa on arrival is open. So if you're not moving like me, visa on arrival is what you need to do. It's super simple. You come here, you get your visa and you go in. There is no issues at all. Also, before when I came, there were a lot of things that I had to keep in mind. Okay, so starting with having a return ticket. I had to have a return ticket because the immigration, the people there, they ask for it. I had to have a travel insurance, which you also will have to have. Do not travel without a travel insurance. It's a terrible idea. I have seen some instances here where someone got into an accident and she had like thousands of dollars to pay, and then like these people had to like raise a crowdfunding for her, and it's just a very pathetic situation to be in and you don't want to do that. Make sure you have a travel insurance. So I'm going to first tell you what all I had to carry and then I'll come to what you will have to carry. I had to carry, like I said, travel insurance, return ticket, passport, visa, of course, and e-hack. There was something called as e-hack that I had to go to this app called as Peduli Linguli. I can't pronounce it. It's a very complicated name. But you had to go to the app, you had to fill in the e-hack, and the people at the immigration would ask for it. Then I had to have a PCR test 48 hours before I reached Jakarta. So I had to leave for Delhi on the 1st. I got my test done on the 1st so that I could I would reach Jakarta on the 3rd, so 48 hours. I did that. What else did I need? That's pretty much it actually. But now, like I said, all you have to need is travel insurance, carry your return ticket with you, and e-hack is not necessary because e-hack, they didn't even ask me. So I'm pretty sure that it's not mandatory now. They didn't ask me for it. Travel insurance, like I said, carry travel insurance with you. Also, if you're going to be driving here, make sure that you have an international driving license. So before I came here, I applied for it. I have an international driving license, and it'll keep you away from the cops here. It'll keep you away from getting caught, and you need to have that. And I thought that my Indian driving license would work here actually, but it doesn't. So if you're from India and if you're planning to come, no, that driving license will not work. You will have to apply for a new one, and it's a pretty simple process. You just go to your nearest. For me, I did that. I just went to my nearest RTO and I applied for it and I got it in like 1 or 2 days. So that's about that. Now, if you are planning to come for a couple of months, more than 2 months, because visa on arrival will only let you stay here for 2 months. If you're planning on come for a longer time, like I did, so I don't know right now as to how much time will I be spending here. Like the maximum that I can spend is 6 months because my visa is valid for 6 months, extendable for 6 months, and that's the visa I'm going to talk about now. If you're planning to come here for a couple of months, you will need the B211A visa, which will allow you to stay for 60 days first, and then it's extendable up to 4 times. So a total of 6 months, right? That's the visa that I'm on. Now, like I said, this is a business visa. So there are certain documents that you would need, just the basic formalities, PCR test, passport. Please make sure that you go via an agent if you are going for this visa. And if you go via an agent, they will have, because they'll be sponsoring you, so they will have a sponsorship letter and they would have certain things, and it's super easy. For me, I used the agent Let's Move Indonesia. They were super duper helpful. Just like whatever I needed, they were there for me. They always answered my questions, and they're very legit because agent scam is very common here. So they are very legit. You can find their offices here as well. So I would suggest you go via Let's Move Indonesia. So once you do that, they'll ask you for a couple of documents and they'll explain you everything actually. Just maybe if you just contact them, and their Instagram handle is also active. If you want to just search them, just type Let's Move Indonesia and they will give you a set of documents. Pretty simple. You just need to give them that, and within 7 days, in a span of 7 days or even before that actually, you will receive your visa. For me, I paid somewhere around 20,000 for the visa. I don't know how much is it right now because the prices keep changing, so please make sure that you do your check on your own. I think it's pretty lesser now. I feel they're lesser now, but for me it was 20,000. Now that I am here, I will have to extend my visa after 2 months if I'm planning to stay here, even after 2 months, which I'm pretty sure that I will. This is the first time that I came on a one-way ticket. Okay, so I have never traveled on a one-way ticket, but it's very exciting to not know when are you going back. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to stay here for 6 months because when I set intentions, like you know now, I set an intention to move to Bali. I'll make a separate video for that, like how I manifested moving here and like what was the situation I was in, because if you're on my Instagram, if you know anything about me, my story, you would know that just intending to move to Bali last year just sounded so stupid and illogical because it felt like, how is it going to happen? Right? Because I was far off from it. But yet, I made it happen in the very first, like in the beginning of this year, in a way. I booked my tickets in January. So I'm going to make a separate video on that. Let me know if you're interested in that. Also, please make sure that once you come, you are complying to all the rules. You're not doing any funny business. Make sure you have all the documentation and you should be fine. There is nothing else to worry about. The domestic airport of Bali, if you're coming via Jakarta, in any case, it depends on the terminal that you're at, by the way. For me, it was Terminal 2 and it was very, very close by. Thank God it was close by. But the prices are going up soon. So if you're planning on coming, make sure that you come as soon as possible because the prices are skyrocketing every single day. And just to give you like a little brief also about the expense that I had, I booked my flight tickets for 20,000 back in January. Now again, it's possible that they have increased the price. This was when I booked for April. In January. That's when it was this expensive and I had to reschedule it also once. So 20,000 was that, the visa was 20,000. Then the insurance was separate, I think somewhere around 2,500 for 2 to 3 months. Apart from that, the international driving license, that was around 2,000. So there are going to be little expenses along the way. When I was just like booking the tickets, I was like, yeah, it's just going to be like the ticket and the visa, that's it. But no, there are like so many different expenses along the way. So make sure that you plan it out right and don't miss anything out. If you have any questions about moving to Bali, about coming to Bali, anything like that, drop it in the comments below and I will get back to you. So that's about it. There is nothing much to worry about and it's getting pretty busy here, but it's nice also like to meet people and to have that vibe. It's good, and I think I'm gonna now head home. Like I said, today was my very first day waking up early and coming to the beach, but I left my place at 8:20 and it was still very sunny, so I'll have to wake up earlier. But the good thing is that I've never been able to do that, like this early, waking up this early, but being here, I'm sure it's going to be a very big motivation to sort of do that, to wake up early. So I'm going to do that, hoping to make more videos in the morning by the beach. And stay tuned for the next video. Like I said, let me know if you're interested and what all would you like me to make about Bali, being in Bali, of how I manifested moving here and whatever. And I'm working from here if you didn't know. So yeah, that's about it. That's about for this video. And make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel. I'll be putting up vlogs as well, I think. I'm really bad at making vlogs because I feel like they take away so much from a moment, but I'll try to do that. I'll see how that goes. Okay, but until then, keep your vibes way high and I'm going to see you in my next video. And apart from that, what else? खुद ही भूल गई. My God, एक तो इतनी गर्मी है यार. बाप रे, ऐसा लग रहा है कचरे के सामने बैठी हूँ. Is it better now? लग रहा था कि बीच आएगा तो ऐसे बैठ जाती हूँ, लेकिन I think this is better. Okay. क्या बोल रही थी मैं? B211A. Mm.